Hey guys,
What's up?
it is time for a long overdue, first time ever gaming video.
Which was meant to be the topic of our channel originally.
Yeah, then Marvel started doing stuff, so we were like, oh, I should probably cover that. I want to point out, we do play games.
We have evidence.
We have lots of the games. We just, Marvel got in the way. Anyway, what we wanted to cover today was the topic of the games that were going to come out in 2019 that we're personally really excited for, or that we're, interested in at least.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some of the games that were announced maybe at E3 or maybe beforehand, just games that we know are coming and we're ready to jump into.
Or in my case, have already come. Because
There
I'm
you
not
go.
that excited about that many games, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a few I'm looking forward to. Joel's kind of like, yeah, the ones I like come out already, but I'm still going to talk about them. So, what is your number 5?
So Sean, my number 5 is a game that's come out quite a while ago now, but Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Now the reason I feel vindicated in choosing that as a top 5 for 2019 is one, because there's plenty of DLC coming out for it.
That makes sense.
Technically the game's not complete yet.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
And I'm just gonna, slightly ignore the fact that I'm not excited about that many games.
That's fair.
But it looks like a fantastic game. I'm really happy to finally get a proper Marvel game, especially a sequel to the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. The DLC that's coming out I'm really looking forward to because we have the Fantastic Four, some more X-Men, and if I remember correctly, some Marvel Knights. But
There's quite a lot of high profile characters coming in the DLCs, aren't there?
exactly, so this is going to give the game a lot of life, and yeah, even if you get it later, you know that you're going to get a lot more stuff than you get it now, so I think it still counts for one of 2019's best upcoming games.
That makes sense. My number 5 would be The Outer Worlds, which is being made by Obsidian. And what I really like about that is everything I've seen about it is just, this is Space New Vegas.
Yeah.
Frankly, you've won me over with that. I mean, New Vegas and Fallout 3, I love those kind of games. I also like Skyrim and Fallout 4. I know a lot of people that like those games didn't, but come at me. So just looking at this, the more I've seen about it, I saw a video of it recently today of some gameplay that was going on through one of the caves. You've got 2 partners going with you, you've got all kinds of different weapons, the enemies look really cool, the dialogue options look really cool, it does look like it's getting back to hardcore RPG stats.
Oh yes.
Like, you know how in the original Fallout games it was like if you don't have enough intelligence you won't be able to have a proper conversation with someone. It's getting right down into that kind of stuff.
That's it.
So for me this looks like it'll be perfect of a game to sort of tide me over till we get the next mainline Bethesda game. So it's going to have proper old school RPG mechanics, and hopefully that's going to tide me over well into when we get Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6.
My choice for number 4 is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, I have actually played nearly every single mainline Zelda game. Actually, I have played every single mainline Zelda game, but I haven't completed them. But I've completed the vast majority of them.
See? Nerds.
But the one that has eluded me due to its platform and the fact that I haven't wanted to buy it on the 3DS store is Link's Awakening.
Ironically enough, that's one of the few Zelda games I actually own on 3DS.
Oh really?
Legit, I have a downloaded version of Link's Awakening DX on it.
Wow. And I can tell you, I really am a dedicated Zelda fan, as you'll see. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah, he's old school.
Now, I bought this just for my collection, but the problem is because I don't have the hardware, I haven't been able to play it. So Nintendo...
You don't have something that plays that?
I do have...
GBA, man! Why do you have a GBA?
I have a GBA SP, but the battery died. I know, it's a curse. It's a curse with this game.
I'll lend you mine one day.
Well, now you don't have to.
Because now...
Exactly, I'm gonna get a whole complete 3D remake.
And I'll just tangentially jump in. Looks fucking gorgeous.
Yes.
I'll say that right now, hands down.
I completely agree. So, for me to finally get to play this masterpiece, I'm 100% hyped, and I can't wait, and bring on more Zelda, Nintendo, although please don't start pumping out like I think you're gonna do it, but more Zelda's still good.
And Breath of the Wild 2.
Yes.
So my number 4 is Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you can't tell by our amazing accents, we're from the UK. So this excites me. I know that there's this whole thing going on with the national decks. I'm not getting involved in that. It sucks. I understand. There's plenty of things I could talk about it, but just for the sole purpose of I'm finally getting a Pokemon in my home place.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that alone.
Yeah.
That enough. Plus, the Pokemon girl is basically Scottish.
Yeah.
And I can always, the first accent I ever learned to do was Scottish, so for me it's kind of exciting, because I can basically play around the game doing a Scottish accent the entire time.
I thought you were going to say you have a thing for Scottish girls.
I mean, their accents are cute, I'll give them that, but it's just fantastic. I can throw a Pokemon out and go, 2, 3, dumb! Which I just think is fantastic, so for me it's fantastic that we've got a Scottish potential. I assume Scottish. There's tartan on the socks, I'll take that as Scottish anyway.
I think it is Scotland.
I'll take that.
Bad Scottish accent.
Don't do that. Don't listen to me. I've been doing my Scottish accent since I was 7. Come at me.
Unchallengeable. So my number 3 is Outer Worlds. Now, I'm not going to say too much about it because Sean's already said as much as he can. But for me, it's just the fact that Obsidian is getting back into making a proper hardcore RPG.
He was very happy about that. He's fallen off the bandwagons of like the Fallout 4s.
Yes.
Just because they kind of oversimplified RPG mechanics. But the fact this is going back to, no, if you don't have the conversational sesh, you ain't getting in here, buddy. And he loves that.
That's why I loved Fallout New Vegas. And the fact that this basically looks like a homage to New Vegas is just absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to be completely limited and have to grind things just to be based by arbitrary numbers because I love that shit. That's old school classic gameplay, I want it.
I would like unlimited level ups though, just so we can really like fucking max out our characters if we want to.
We can't have that if we need proper old school RPG. Just in my opinion.
Just give us a casual difficulty, I don't care. So, another game that's coming up for me, number 3 for me, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, he's not happy. He hasn't liked a lot of the Call of Duty games for a while, since the original Modern Warfare. So to hear that another one is getting the Modern Warfare title, he's kind of like, you guys running out of ideas, you're going through your own back catalogue. But, as someone who's played Call of Duty since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, to basically the only 2 that I haven't gotten are Infinite Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Mainly because the whole jetpack system I didn't like in Infinite Warfare, because after I played Black Ops 3 I saw it was essentially the exact same system. And Black Ops 4, with the lack of campaign, really let me down on that one. And from what I'm hearing, the zombies wasn't that great either. I know there was the Blackout sort of like Battle Royale mode. I gave it a go, it was alright. I'm sort of getting phased out of the Battle Royale modes as it is anyway.
Yeah, same.
So for me, it never really had anything that was going to interest me too much. I also hate the specialists. I played Black Ops 3, I hate the specialists. So when they're brought back in Black Ops 4, didn't have any interest. Modern Warfare, however, this new one, brand new engine. Guns sound amazing, guns look amazing, there's weight, there's more tacticalism to it. We've got basically the best of both worlds. I'm getting essentially Modern Warfare 2 flashbacks. Modern Warfare 2 was my Call of Duty game. That was the one I was top of the leaderboards, I had Intervention, FMJ, I was getting MP Raffica, I was killing everyone. So the fact that I'm getting those kind of feelings again makes me heavily excited to jump back into a Call of Duty game. It just looks fantastic. And also, you're bringing back, hopefully Soap. I don't think this has been confirmed, but give me back Soap and Captain Price, and they are some of the best characters in the entirety of the Call of Duty franchise.
So continuing the theme of me not being excited for too many of the games.
Hey, at least this one only just came out.
Exactly. Is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, Fire Emblem has been a great series for the past 2 years. I know a lot of the traditional hardcore fans don't like it as much because they feel it's become too much of like a dating sim. Which is true.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's true. And to be fair, you know, you can't be too harsh because Japan's having a bit of problems with the whole dating sim thing, so, you know, they gotta get their dating from somewhere. And why not in a Fire Emblem game? Now, personally,
I mean, they have good-looking characters.
Oh yeah,
you know, you would.
Exactly.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever tangented into.
But that is actually a big draw. Like, the characters are great, the conversations are great. You know, it's good to see like the different combinations, and just building like the different support systems. That's always, you know, really fantastic. So I don't mind the dating sim stuff myself too much. But what's even better about this game is not just that you've got the dating sim aspects that have been encroaching into the newer games, but it's also the fact that the tactics look better than ever, and we've got more storyline choices in that there's 3 houses to choose from. Oh, and the graphics look amazing. To have a proper Fire Emblem game in 3D with like a different style of art system and animations, it looks fantastic.
It does look very good. I've never played any of the Fire Emblem games, but this looks like a very pretty game, so I'll at least say that much.
Exactly, and the last console Fire Emblem we got was Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now I actually really love that game, and that was more of a hardcore old school type Fire Emblem game. Even the graphics weren't that great. So to see like them making a console Fire Emblem that's pushing the graphics more, as well as keeping true to itself and having the dating sim stuff that newer fans like, is the perfect combination, and I just can't wait to get it.
Yeah, it really marries the 2 fan bases together.
Exactly.
So number 2 for me is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now it is an EA Star Wars game, so I am kind of hesitant about it, but after seeing the demo at E3, which, you know, everyone said looked a bit bland, but we got a sort of view behind the curtains and people are saying it's actually way better than we think it's going to be. There's tons of features that weren't shown off at E3, and frankly it just looks like a really pretty game. And some of my favourite Star Wars games that came out in recent years, although, you know, I have issues with them here and there, are in fact, they're kind of hidden, but Star Wars The Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2, which we have back here. Frankly, to me, I love the idea of a third-person, you know, Jedi game. Jedis are probably the most powerful characters you can play in a Star Wars game, and to really have like one, like we've had a Sith, but now it'd be really interesting to see if we can have like a sort of really powerful Jedi that we could play as, especially in such a turning point. You know, the Empire's already won, they've already taken over the galaxy, we've seen it explored in TV shows and things, but we've never really seen like, you know, what it's like to get in the nitty-gritty. With a game, you can do a lot more things with different character interactions and world building, so I think it'd be very interesting to see what they do with that, especially because it's also a single player game, thank God.
Yeah, we need more of those. Just to chime in quickly, I would have added this game, but unfortunately Lego Star Wars has my heart. And so, we're finally down to number 1 on our list of top 5 games for 2019. And these are some big games, some of the best games of the year that are going to be coming. And my choice is Death Stranding.
Did I just hear Death Stranding? Joel, you know how I feel about Death Stranding. Would everyone just shut up about it already?
Sean unfortunately has had to leave the set for a while, as you can see, because he's very angry with everyone talking about this game and Hideo Kojima in general. But for the rest of us, of the connoisseurs, come on, it can't be anything else but Death Stranding. This is Hideo Kojima coming back for his next big game. And the fact it's a brand new IP, this is even more exciting for me because, you know, we need more of those these days.
Yes, we do.
Now, the only weird thing about this game is the gameplay. Now, I've not followed the game too much because I've been busy, but the gameplay is not very clear. It looks a bit weird.
It's a Hideo Kojima game.
But Hideo...
Weird is with the territory.
Exactly. But Hideo Kojima does produce fantastic game worlds with great gameplay, so I'm not too worried about the gameplay. And something that I'm even more excited about is the fact that Hideo Kojima is basically living his wet dream, because you can see he's going as far to make this as much of a movie as possible. Now, for those of you that don't know, his original dream was actually to be a movie director. So he's basically getting to live it out with this game because there's so many big stars from so many different ranges of movies.
I even recognize a couple of them.
Exactly, exactly. You've got like actors and actresses from like other smaller cultural like French movies.
Hell, Guillermo del Toro's in this fucking thing, for crying out loud. Who expected that?
Exactly, and Guillermo del Toro, who's like one of the best movie directors. So just to have all this giant, amazing, creative talent together, it's really exciting. And I just quickly want to name some of the actors I'm looking forward to most in this. Is Mads Mikkelsen, because I love that guy, I think he's great. He was one of my favorite Bond villains. Léa Seydoux from Blue is the Warmest Color. Kind of a niche movie. I don't know if she's going to be as much of lesbian action as in that movie.
Oh god.
But she's
It's Hideo Kojima, who the fuck? She could end up making out with a tentacle monster. That's fucking who knows what the hell's going to happen in this game.
But she's an attractive woman and she's a great actress, so I'm happy to see her.
Attractive woman. That's a plus.
Now obviously there's Norman Reedus. I actually don't know him too well, but I'm still excited to see him anyway. Margaret Qualley, who's in one of the newest Hollywood movies, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I've not seen her before, but I'll be happy to see her in that movie and in this. And last but not least, Troy Baker,
who's in everything.
He's in everything.
Why am I not surprised?
Now he's not obviously a movie talent, but as a video game talent and as an actor, especially in The Last of Us, he's great. So all of this talent together, Hideo Kojima, it's fantastic. There's no way this can't be the best game of 2019. So yeah, bring it on.
And the one thing I would say is just only knowing Hideo Kojima for Metal Gear, never really getting into the Metal Gear Solid series. I own a couple of the games, I've barely played any of them. But just seeing what happened after Konami split, seeing him make this, and just him going, here's the game I'm making after I stopped being shackled by Konami. You just sort of like, oh my god, what is in this man's head? That this is what happens when he's unshackled. Babies, dying whales, black goop. As an external person who knows virtually nothing about Kojima's mind and how he works, my god, this is the most weird looking game I've ever seen. And my final game is the one I'm most looking forward to, just because fucking yes, is the best game for me this year. I think it's gonna be, you know, Call of Duty, any other rest is, because from the first age and the first day of reckoning, it is Doom Eternal. Now, I am slightly worried about it, because when they made Doom 2016, they said they were kind of throwing story out the window, because that isn't what Doom is about. Like, it's there if you want it, but if you don't, it's fine. And this one, they said they're gonna make a Doom universe, and it looks like there's gonna be more cutscenes, story-esque. I'm a little concerned, but gameplay looks amazing. I'm gonna have a blast playing through it anyway, even if I have to turn out the story to have more fun with it. I will listen to the story, but I don't want it to be the taking over aspect, because we'll get Doom 3 again. But frankly, oh, I can't wait for this game.
Personally, I've never really been much into the Doom franchise. Played obviously Doom 1, Doom 2.
Yeah, they're iconic games, so I wouldn't be surprised you've touched them at least.
I think everyone touches them at least once in your life.
Oh yeah, most people who have ever touched an FPS have gone, oh yeah, I've played Doom.
Yeah, exactly. And I even played a bit of Doom 3, but even though I'm not excited about this, I can see why Sean is so excited about these because they just look fantastic gameplay-wise.
Doom 2016, I think, was my game of the year for 2016.
Oh, wow.
And I don't usually take like games of the years. I never really look at them like that. But I think anything I played in 2016 is overshadowed by Doom 100%.
And Sean just gave a little hint to one of our future videos. So
yeah, we're working on a game of the year list for, I don't know, maybe like the last 10 years. Something along those lines. It's just taking a while because I can't pick game of the years. Because I've never thought of it like that. I've never gone back and gone, that was my game of that year. I've just gone, yeah, it's a game I like. Because most of the games I play them. It's only recently that I've started playing games when they release.
No, same for me.
You know, because money, mainly. But yeah, so we'll look forward to that video whenever that comes out. You'll get to see us really talk about the sort of games that we're passionate about.
And Sean has one less option to think about now.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, that's it from us. We'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we'll have more gaming content on the way. We are working on it. The main reason we put a pause on gaming content is because we don't really have an easy way of recording it. We want to do some sort of like let's play style videos in the future, but for now we're stuck to these sort of like discussing videos.
Yeah.
But when we do get that stuff sorted, you will expect to see a lot more gaming content from us, and we'll try and fit into more gaming content as we go.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and add your comments and give us your top picks for 2019.
Yeah, what games are you looking forward to? Why? Why not? See ya.